Hello, everyone. This is Nik Zetouni, CEO of Next Gen Educare, the company that's going to be opening a daycare in Okotoks very soon. As a reminder, I want to tell you that we're going to be having our grand opening on January 29, starting about 4 p.m., and then our open house to follow right after. In the open house, we will be having a lot of activities for the little ones, and we're going to be drawing prizes for all families. That's right. And in order to celebrate that, I would like to show to you all a little bit of what I did to create Next Gen's own wheel of prizes using this site called Scratch. That is something that we teach in our day to day for the older kids. Ready to learn? Come with me. Alrighty. So, if you ever want to start creating your own Scratch, all you got to do is go to this website here, scratch.mit.edu. I already created my Wheel of Fortune. I just want to show to you guys how it's going to work. The prizes are going to be rolling, and then once I press my space key, as you can see, there's going to be a little bit of a delay, and boom, you get a prize. Super simple project with applauses that would allow everyone really to learn a little bit about coding and your child to create his or her own games and experiences. Now, how to do that? Very, very simple. First, if you ever want to go to Scratch, just click on Create, and you're going to be taken to this part of the website where coding is basically what you're going to be doing. All right. I will post videos later about how Scratch works, how we do projects, etc. But for today, I just want to focus in how to create your own Wheel of Fortune. So we're going to start with a little sprite cat here that we're going to be using as an example. And I'm going to do a more simplified version for kids that are going to be using basically pictures rather than letters. All right. First things first, we go here all the way into costumes. And then you're going to bring this little editor here. We are going to delete both costumes. Okay. We're going to delete one first, and then we're going to add more. Scratch has many prizes, many sprites that we can use. I'm going to add a full set of random costumes here, just to make sure that your child will have a little bit of possibilities of the prizes that they can pick. All right, we add an apple. Let's get a balloon. Let's get, for example, to a bell. And a fourth one, let's just say you're going to get a cake. Let's delete the cat now that we have our 4 sprites and our stage is set up. Let's go back here to code. Just to give a little bit of a nicer background, what I like to do, I go here to the backdrop section and I will put, for example, let's say this concert backdrop. All right, stage set. Now we need to start doing the coding. Every code needs what we call a code starter, and those can be found here on events. Clicking on events, we are going to go here to the very first code when green flag is clicked, and we're going to go here to looks to get next costume block right here. All right. And we want our costumes to be cycling over and over and over. In order to do that, we need to do what we call a forever loop. Go to controls, plug them together like this, and boop. Now just to showcase to you guys what happens when I click, it keeps changing, right? But it's a little too fast. So we can add this other code here called wait, and we can change it. Let's say 0.2 seconds. Look what happens now. Now we can see a better cycling of what's going on with your prices. All right. Now we have the code that will start the prices to spin. We then need to create the code that will allow the code to stop the cycling. Excuse me. So we're going to start here in events. When the space key is pressed, And we are going to do this little thing. First, I like to create a little bit of a randomness to the situation. So I'm going to get this little guy here, the green for operators, and I'm going to pick random, 1 to 10. All right. I'll go back to controls. I will get another weight, and I'm going to put those guys together. And then I'll just decrease because 10 seconds is too much, right? 2 8. So 1 from 5 seconds. Alrighty. And then I need to create a stop signal. How do we do that? There's this little code here called stop all. And we're going to put them together just like that. Okay, let's press the green flag and see how it works. So I'm pressing the green flag. Your prizes are cycling. I'm going to press my space bar. The code will randomly pick a 1 to 5 seconds range and will stop all the codes with your prize. Okay. There are ways that you can enhance the experience as I did with some applauses and background effects. And that's what I'm going to be doing next. We're going to go all the way here in this little part called stage. And we're going to select our backdrop. Then you have this little open white space here there where we're going to be able to put some codes. We're going to start again with the green flag. We're going to add again a forever, and we're going to be adding a sound. I downloaded the Wheel of Fortune theme music, which you all can do, but for the sake of simplicity for your child, I'm going to be using whatever musics are available there within Scratch. Okay, I'm going to play pop until done. Very important. Okay. And then instead of just using a pop, I'm going to select a new sound. So let's go to the sound tab here. Let's click in choose a sound. And then here in loops that allow us to have a longer repeatable music. Okay. Then those are all the loops that you will have. If you want to just check it out, you can just hover your mouse into the play button. Okay, let's get this little guy here. Go back to code and change instead of pop, dance, had, not. All right. How to add the applause now. This is going to be what I call a communication between codes. So we're going to have to create a little bit of a connection between one action and another action. Going back to the cake, we are going to get to events, and we're going to get this little guy here called broadcast message. And we're going to put it right here. And instead of stop all, we're going to select this other scripts in this sprite. All right. Go back to our little backdrop here. When I receive message 1, okay, same thing. We're going to put, let's say, a wait 2 seconds. Or even, let's just remove this because we already have a wait there. And we're going to get another sound. I'm going to go back to sound, choose a sound. Let's look for clapping. Okay, select it, go back to code, and change it from dance not hot or whatever was in there to clapping. Okay, let's see how it's going to go. I'm going to maximize this in here. I'm going to press my green flag. Music plays immediately. The prizes keep rolling. That's perfect. Let's press the space key. Random waiting time. The prize is selected and everyone applauses. Okay. Very, very simple way of creating a very simple code/game for your child, for your children, and that allows them not only to learn a little bit more about coding design, but also the block coding itself. Very important skill to have it nowadays. All right. We do teach all sorts of different codings for the older kids at Next Gen Daycare, and we hope that you bring your children in just so they can enjoy our open house, but also be exposed to some of that technology that it is indeed the future. All right. I hope you like this introductory video. I hope to see you in our grand opening again, January 29 at 4 p.m. The grand opening and the open house right after to follow. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the grand opening.